Hey gamers, hopefully you guys are all having a good day, hopefully you're having a good weekend, and hopefully you guys are getting some amazing gaming done as well. So I was looking at some articles on Xbox Mad. By the way, you guys could check out that site, it's phenomenal, especially if you're pro Xbox. They've got some really good writers and stories and things like that. But one of my favorite writers is my boy Dre, who did this opinion piece, and I'm going to link it in the description so you guys can see it. Microsoft consistently beats the competition at releasing the games that they show off. With the recent cancellation of Scalebound by the Xbox team, gamers in the media that they actually cling to have started the usual predictable flood of anguish over the so-called death of Xbox that they've been predicting for the past 4 years. Actually, it could have even been longer than that, given a lot of the hate that they got even last generation. Scalebound was announced at the 2014 E3 conference alongside other games that have already launched. Scalebound was widely expected to launch in 2017, but due to Platinum Games experiencing some issues, as confirmed by their recent actions, it wasn't too surprising when Microsoft announced that the game was officially canceled. What I found most jarring was the outcry from some corners of the internet and the media over the cancellation. Many outlets called the game dull, and they called the protagonist a douchebag, quote-unquote, for being quite eccentric. We all know that the media loves their game protagonists to be 30-year-old men with a knack for climbing ledges and making dad jokes, and their definition of a hit game is robots playing golf in virtual reality. I wish I were joking about that, but is there any truth to these so-called calls for Microsoft to step up their game and release more games, or like Sony give the illusion of a wide variety of games by announcing them 4 years out? Now, gamers have been quite vocal in recent memory about companies like Microsoft and Sony revealing games that won't launch within the 12 months they were announced, and these companies have recently started to adhere to this. Sony recently stated that they will not announce any more games that won't launch in the year of the reveal after they reveal the slew of games that won't launch in the next 12 months. Obviously, we all know the games they're talking about. And Microsoft proved through their 2016 E3 showing that they have pushed the same narrative. For example, Microsoft actually launched 62% of the games they announced at E3 this past year, which are AAA headlining games, compared to just 27% by Sony to date. Of the games that Microsoft launched in 2016, the overwhelming majority of them were announced the same year, with the exception of Recore, which was announced in 2015, Quantum Break, which was announced in 2013, and Gears 4, which was announced in 2014. Sony, on the other hand, like to pad their lineup with indie games, which are either PlayStation 4 console exclusives or games that eventually become multi-platform, like Rime, or The Witness, or I Am Bread, or what have you. Sony has announced more games in the last 3 years against Microsoft, but their record of launching said games hasn't been so impressive. The majority of the games they announced in the last 4 years have mainly been indie releases by third-party developers. Microsoft on the indie front has been less than successful, with the majority of indie games announced being delayed almost an equally impressive rate. That said, the outcry from gamers is quite unfounded and overreactionary. 2 games in recent memory have been canceled by Microsoft, Fable Legends and Scalebound. However, both of these games were met with equally mediocre interest by gamers in general and the media who covered them. Scalebound was developed by well-loved Japanese developer Platinum Games, who is known for such titles as Bayonetta and the ill-fated Ninja Turtles game, which was pulled from stores on both platforms. Japanese-style games haven't seen much popularity in Western markets, with the Xbox platform being the worst performer in this category, which makes the cancellation even more sense on top of the negativity from the press in general. So basically, this article really hits home with the amount of percentage that Microsoft actually announces and the release percentage, which is damn near 70% compared to Sony's and the PS4, which isn't even 30%. So this goes to show you that obviously the Microsoft has no games and they don't release the stuff and they cancel everything. What a fallacy that is, right? I mean, obviously. So, check out the article. Make sure you tell them Crapgamer sent you. It's definitely worth reading. Dre did a really good job on this, and I think it's a fantastic opinion piece. So go check it out. Facts are there, the percentage facts. Let me know what you think. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. If not, hey, go pack sand. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.